Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So today, and as the underlying premise for this legislation, we're hearing a lot of things. Number one, we're hearing that the president recklessly escalated our relationship with Iran. Wrong. The president responded to a series of escalations from Iran, and he responded responsibly. Our issues with Iran, this relationship didn't start just in the last few months. It started in 1979. It started with Iranians taking our diplomats hostage. It continued with them sponsoring the suicide attack in our embassy in Beirut, with killing hundreds of Marines in Beirut, with bombing the Khobar Towers, with killing hundreds of Americans in Iraq at the hands of its militias, and on and on. And just most recently, after the Iranians attacked international shipping, attacked global oil supplies in Saudi Arabia, stormed our embassy and killed yet another American, finally the president responded by taking down the mastermind of many of these attacks over the years in a way that was limited, that was precise, and had zero collateral damage. The other thing you're going to hear is that you're hearing that, that this attack on Soleimani, this killing of Soleimani, the heads of the Quds Force, was disproportional. I have to tell you, the families of the tens of thousands of people across the Middle East that Soleimani and his militias have killed, they didn't think it was proportional. They thought it was long overdue. The Gold Star families, the American Gold Star families, who no longer have their loved ones with them holiday after holiday, they didn't think it was disproportional. They too thought it was long overdue. Soleimani should have been killed years ago. I am grateful the president finally took action, and I'd ask my colleagues, how many more Americans, how many more families should go without their loved ones at the hands of this serial human rights abuser before the president should take action? In fact, I, as a member of Congress, would have been pounding the table had he not taken action, given an actionable intelligence and the opportunity to do so. You're hearing that the president assassinated a foreign leader. Also wrong. A terrorist is a terrorist, and this individual was designated a terrorist by the Obama administration. The Quds Force is a terrorist organization, as decided by the Obama administration. So whether it's Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden, whether it's ISIS and Baghdadi, or whether it's the Quds Force and Soleimani, we have an obligation to strike back at terrorism and to stop terrorism in its tracks. The president had a duty and a responsibility as commander-in-chief to take this action. Finally, you're hearing that the administration has no strategy. Also wrong. The administration withdrew from the Iran deal. It was a bad deal, narrowly focused on one aspect of its program. Its maximum pressure campaign is in place. The Iranian economy is
30 seconds.
The Iranian economy is tanking. They came to the table in the first place in 2012 to enter into negotiations because the sanctions are working, and they will come to the table again. But this time, this administration will strike a better deal that encompasses terrorism, encompasses its missile program, the fact that Iran is still taking American hostages to this day, and then we will get the entirety of its nuclear program in a much better deal. I urge my colleagues to step away from this partisan bill, to vote against these bills coming to the table, and to support the administration in taking on one of the world's leading sponsor of terrorism.